everyone, and welcome to General Psychology. I will be your instructor for this semester, Elizabeth Japsik Schuler. You may call me Elizabeth, Miss Elizabeth. I like those. Mrs. Japsik Schuler. I know that's a lot to type, but not Mrs. Schuler. That gives me ick. That's my mother-in-law. I love her, but it's not me. Anyway, a little bit about me. I'm originally from Chicago, born and raised, and then I moved to North Carolina, and I love it. The end. I have a master's degree in adult education, and I did a bit of psychology at the master's level as well until I realized I really wanted to teach, and that's how I ended up here with you. I think you'll quickly find out that I'm a little more casual in my teaching style, and I really like to create a community in which we learn. So I really look forward to building community with you all this year, especially because you are like my little project group. This is a half synchronous, half live in-person course. So if you enrolled in Psych 150-602, that means you will attend our evening class in person. If you are enrolled in the 602 SY, you will attend the course online via Blackboard Collaborate. Now, this course will run January 6th through May 9th, and it will be on Thursdays from 4:30 to 6:30. I think it should be 6:20. Either way, we're close enough, right? We will meet in Building 11, Room 27 for those coming in person, and online in Blackboard Collaborate for those who are attending synchronously. That means you will also need to attend just the same as you would be in class, but online. So please ensure that you can kind of minimize your distractions. I know it's hard because some of us are caretakers and whatnot, but try to not just have me on in the background. That's all I ask. Because 2 hours can be a long time if we're not participating together. So please make sure we're talking. Anyway, my office hours are listed here. And what those are going to do, or what those have, I can't speak when I get distracted. What those are going to be are my golden hours. So I will not leave the office during those times, barring some horrible emergency. So if you need to contact me, that is a good time to do so. Otherwise, you may email me. That's the best way because I have a horrible work-life balance, and I will answer almost instantaneously. I will usually answer within 24 hours, but 48 hours on the weekends because I like to set a boundary and not respond to emails on the weekends, and I don't like to send you emails on the weekends either. Well, we're going to do a bit about the scientific study of human behavior and mental processes. Note I said scientific. We will talk a lot about why this is a science. What we're going to do, first off, you need to get the textbook. But fortunately for you, it's just a link because it is an open educational resource. What that means is it's free and online for you. Now, if you like to have a paperback copy of the book, you may do so via this Amazon link. I believe it's $35 or $40. I personally like print copies better, but it is online and it is free. So with this class, you will need reliable access to the internet. You can also download the textbook if you want to view it at a later time, like an offline. With that being said, you will be assessed weekly with our topics and assignments. It's not enough to just come to class. You also have to complete some work. And there might be times where I let us work together to kind of just talk out what we're thinking with our peers and see kind of what they're doing with their assignments. So we'll have plenty of opportunities to collaborate. So what you'll see here is a list of topics and assignments. So you'll have the unit that corresponds to the folder in your content section on Blackboard. Your topic or chapters to be read, so the topic, briefly what you're going to be studying. The chapter to be read, so just the number chapter of your textbook when you go online. And then in the far right column, you will see what assignments are due for that unit and when, because some units may be 2 or 3 weeks, other units may be 1 week. So please make note of those important dates and put them in your calendar beforehand. I highly recommend it. Generally, I will allow you to submit late work up to 1 week late because life happens. I understand. So let's say, your kid had to go to the hospital overnight and you weren't able to submit that assignment on April 3rd. Miss Elizabeth, I really can't get that assignment in. That's fine. You have 1 week to submit it for potential full points. Now, after that week, the assignment will close. Sometimes there are woo, my brain doesn't work right now. Sorry, I'm not going to edit it out. I never edit my videos. You will see that. But let's say you didn't finish, you have a week to complete it for potential full points. After that week, the link will close. So make sure you take advantage of that week. And everyone is allowed to use this opportunity as many times as they want. But if you do it too much, I may have to have a conversation with you about your study habits because you don't want to fall too far behind. Now, that late rule, the only exception is the final exam. That due date is the absolute last day I will accept that exam because grades are due like 3 days later. So that's the only exception to that rule. All points in this class are weighted evenly. I have to fix one of the point values on here, so I'll repost that syllabus. But you'll see the assignment just taken from this upper little table. So the assignment down here and the points possible. Here you can record the score you received on that assignment so that you can keep track of your grade because sometimes Blackboard isn't always accurate. And then when you add all those up and divide by the total possible points divided times 100, you'll get a percentage. The truncated whole number is going to be your percentage or your score in the class. What I mean by that is if you get an 89.97, the truncated number is an 89%. That's a B. So we're going traditional 10-point scale. I offer a lot of extra credit opportunities in this class, and I let you turn in late work. I do not round up grades at all. So please make note of that. We have a new attendance procedure for the Social and Behavioral Sciences department. 20% of the class. You cannot miss 20% of this class. What that means for you is 4 class meetings since you only meet once a week. If you miss 4 classes, you are done. You will be withdrawn. If this happens prior to the last date of withdrawal of April 4th, you will receive a W for the course. If it happens after, you will earn an F for this course. So make sure if you're having attendance issues and you need to withdraw, because I get it, life happens, make sure you talk to your advisor and financial aid prior to doing so. But just know that if you miss 4 classes, that's 20% of our class where you've just missed too much content to catch up. So you will be dropped. Even if it's 4 classes in a row or maybe 2 in the front and 2 at the end. Now, the only exception is COVID absences, because this is sneaky. I don't want you coming to class all sick because I'm a germaphobe. So, COVID absences, you have to contact me if you get exposed or have COVID. And then I will email the dean, who will talk through student services, and these are kind of excused absences. You will still have to do our attendance assignment for this class, and that will count as your attendance. So if you do the attendance assignment, which is really brief, you will be counted as present. What that means is that, like, let's say you're an in-person student and you catch COVID, you can watch the class online for that day, as long as it's approved from student services that, you went through the process of telling them you have COVID or you were exposed. And then you complete the attendance assignment and submit it. Because that's a new thing I'm implementing this semester. Everybody has to submit an attendance ticket. You don't just get points for showing up anymore. At the end of class, we're going to do a 1-minute thesis kind of thing. And you will have 1 minute to give me a summary of some things you learned in the class. You will submit that document to me, and that will count as your attendance for the class. So I'm hoping that will encourage people to write, some more notes. Too many people don't write notes. So that's what we're doing for our in-class attendance procedure, and that is detailed in this paragraph. Now, if you were out for COVID absence, you will have 3 days to submit that notes assignment, because I know sometimes you may be feeling really crappy. It just happens. You'll have 3 days to submit it, and I will revise your attendance accordingly. Because this is a hybrid class, some of our information is online, some is in person. You need to verify your enrollment by attending class in person or online by January 18th. That confirms your enrollment in the class. The last day to withdraw is April 4th. So if something happens, you have to withdraw from the class, do it before this date. Otherwise, you will receive a final grade of F, unless there's extreme extenuating circumstances. But if you have to withdraw, do so before that date. And then there's other resources here. I really want you to check them out, but the most important one I want to highlight is accessibility services. If you have a disability that's seen or unseen, like a learning disability, maybe Crohn's disease, type 1 diabetes, these are things that give you accommodations for testing and other things. So make sure you talk to accessibility services to get you the help you need so that you can succeed in our courses. Anyway, I think I took up enough time, especially because I'm going to talk about this in class tomorrow. So please let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to building community and having a great semester with you all.